There are 2 dead people down here! There are gonna be 2 dead people in here!
After the massive success of Raiders of the Lost Ark, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas could have easily made a carbon copy of that movie for Temple of Doom, but both wisely shift the adventure to one that is darker in tone and quality. This tonal shift raises the conflict for Indy, as you never get the sense that he's going to make it out of a situation in one piece. The opening scene perfectly encapsulates this, as Indy drinks poison given to him by Lao Che. The fact that the story only takes place in a handful of locations only adds to the tension. Once Indy, Willie and Short Round are in Pankot Palace, the obstacles that are presented by the Thuggees creates a constant state of peril for these characters. Harrison Ford, at this point in his career, could have played Indiana Jones in his sleep as he returns to the role so effortlessly. This time around, rather than just going on an adventure to retrieve an artifact from evil do-gooders, we get to see another side to Indy, in this case, a darker version of the character.
Indiana, help us.
It was a delight to see Indy turn against the ideals that he holds so dearly as an archaeologist, as you can tell Ford is having an absolute blast tapping into this unique take of the character. Kate Capshaw as Willie Scott is not as annoying as most people find when they watch this movie. Despite the damsel in distress stereotype that comes across in her personality, Capshaw is likeable as the female lead, as she shares great chemistry with Harrison Ford. Jonathan K. Quan is perfectly cast as Short Round, as child actors in movies can go either one of 2 ways. They can either be really annoying or really charming, and in Quan's case, he falls into the latter, as he's constantly charismatic in the role. The combination of great writing, Spielberg's ability to draw top performances out of child actors, and Quan's charming performance make Short Round one of my favourite characters in the Indiana Jones franchise. Though the villain appears in a handful of scenes, Amrish Puri is in mesmerising form as Mola. Just from his body language alone, Puri is able to show the pure evil in his character, as while I admired Raiders villain Belloc, Mola is far more menacing as the big bad of the movie. Whereas Raiders built up the tension for the audience before an action scene unfolded, Spielberg decides to make Temple more or less a non-stop action movie. This means that Indy and his friends find themselves in constant danger, whether that's falling out of a plane onto the Himalayas, or Indy being strangled by a Thuggee enforcer in his room at Pankot Palace.
I believe I'm not going.
Spielberg never gives our heroes much in the way of breathing space, as this only adds to the excitement. Action is something of a mainstay in the Indiana Jones franchise, and Temple of Doom is no exception. The standout set piece is the cart mine chase between Indy and the Thuggee enforcers, which is pure movie magic. Despite the chaotic nature of the sequence, Spielberg and cinematographer Douglas Slocum keep the action coherent and focused, while still being able to maintain the breakneck speed of the set piece. Seeing Harrison Ford and Jonathan K. Quan do many of their own stunts in Temple only adds to the level of engagement that I had towards this movie. In short, it makes the action that much more authentic and satisfying. In the vein of the whole development of this movie, John Williams adapts his versatile skill set as a composer to craft one of the most unique scores of his career. The sweeping title theme and character themes from the previous movie are all here as you'd expect. However, there's a dark quality for a large portion of this soundtrack, which is very appropriate for the tone of the movie. In particular, the chant that the Thuggees use in the movie is eerie to say the least, as Williams' score adds another layer of menace to the story. Temple of Doom is a great addition to the Indiana Jones series, with a darker story that explores a unique side to Indy's character. There's fantastic acting, as always, from Harrison Ford, with great support from newcomers Kate Capshaw, Jonathan K. Quan, and Amrish Puri. Steven Spielberg once again provides non-stop thrills through precise direction and his brilliant eye for action. And finally, the movie delivers another top soundtrack from the ever-reliable John Williams. So I'll now hand it over to you, as I want to find out your thoughts on Temple of Doom, and where does this movie rank in the Indiana Jones series, as I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.